Hi everyone, welcome to Psychic Consultants. This is Agatha. I want to say thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. I especially want to say thank you to people that have donated, and to let you know that I have emailed the person that won the free reading to everyone that donated in February, and the email has the title Psychic Consultants Winner ! So keep a lookout for that. A couple of things to say about this spread. So this is the love reading for March 2016. Check out your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, because all three of those can resonate, and so I would check out all three and see which one resonates the most, and that's the one for you. Also, one thing to say is check it out. If you're watching early in the month, watch it again later in the month, because sometimes it doesn't make sense and then you don't get the messages, and then if you watch it a bit later, it makes complete sense. So I would definitely recommend that as well. So I'm going to do the kind of 4 cards representing you, 4 cards representing your love, and then the 4 in the middle of the way you kind of interact with one another. A couple of things to say. Your love can represent, it's someone that you're connected to, that you love. It could even be valid for, it makes sense in terms of a different connection with a father or parent or a sister or a brother or a friend or anything. Could be that. But it is usually some kind of love connection. If you're not in a relationship, it could be just someone you have your eye on. I do talk about, if you're single or not as well. It can flip. So sometimes whatever's happening on your row and their row, it might be the opposite. That does happen sometimes. Do like, if you enjoyed it, please. It means a lot to me. Subscribe and share with people that you think would find them helpful as well. I think they're helpful. I get a lot of feedback. If you're interested in a personal reading, details will be below. Otherwise, just lots and lots of love. Thank you very much for your support. The deck that I'm using is the Centenary Rider-Waite deck. It has a couple of extra cards, which are just extra pieces of artwork that I use because I like them and I'm guided to, and they mean a lot to me. They're great cards, so they do come up in a couple. Otherwise, I will stop talking and get on with the readings. Hi Sagittarius, I hope you're well, and I hope you had a wonderful February. I'm just giving the cards a little bit of a shuffle, and then we can go. Okay, so bottom of the deck is 9 of Swords. So this month, do not worry about things you don't need to. This is a card of kind of, when you're in the middle of the night and you wake up at 3 a.m. and everything seems difficult. It's just when all your worries kind of come into your mind, but when you wake up in the morning, it's all cool again, and you think, oh, why was that such a big issue in the middle of the night? It was really getting my mind going. And so the message is to just be aware of your thoughts, and sometimes when we can't see everything, literally kind of like when we're in the dark, the information isn't available to us, and just kind of wait until the morning to find clarity. Okay, so for you, we have the 4 of Swords, Page of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the 2 of Swords for your love, the Strength card, Oh, whoops, sorry. Missed that. I don't know why it's doing that today. Turning my lighting off. So the Two of Swords, the Strength card, the Moon, and the Six of Cups. And then your collective cards we will flip over shortly. And as I said, bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. Right, so yes, the advice definitely is for you most definitely to chill out, definitely. This Four of Swords is all about resting and looking after yourself and having a nice bubble bath and getting good sleep and looking after yourself, eating the right stuff, looking after your health, doing that kind of thing, for sure. And I think this is going to be quite a big theme for March, because it's also in conjunction with the major arcana that you have, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is all about kind of surrendering to destiny and going with the flow and, you know, not trying to impose your will upon things, because I feel like for this month it's not going to get you what you want. If you start trying to control the Wheel of Fortune to stop the wheel turning or to get it to turn in the way that you want to, you will get into trouble. Because I feel like what's happening is this energy that it's being created in you when you try to do that is this Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords he's a little bit kind of boisterous. And he has this sword, and he's young, and he's not quite sure. He doesn't quite know the power of his sword, so he swings it around a bit, and he can hurt people with it. And this is about being a little bit over the top, a little bit impulsive with some of the things that you might do and say. And I get that it's frustration in you. Somehow I'm feeling there's kind of frustration. And the only way that you're going to overcome that is by allowing destiny to play out, or life to play out in the way that it's going, and not resisting it. Because when you resist this Wheel of Fortune, you get frustrated. And the thing about the Wheel of Fortune is it keeps turning, so you don't have to worry. You know? Keeps turning. You know, there's a snake here, and then there's an angel, and then there's a kind of griffin, and then, you know, it keeps going. So you're not always you don't have to control it. It's going to keep turning, and you're not going to be looking at the same thing. So just kind of trust it. It's about trust, and not getting frustrated, because when you're frustrated, you get a bit angry, get a bit kind of angsty. And I feel like, because this is a love reading, a relationship reading, this is in terms of relationship, that I think that, you know, maybe there's a bit of a rest period, a little bit of respite, or it looks like not much is going on at all. And you might even be kind of really worried about it. But if you try to impose your will, you may even be feeling a bit guilty about something that you may have said or done to someone, because this can be present in that Page of Swords energy. But don't, you know, just chill out, be easy on yourself. This is the biggest message. Chill out and be easy on yourself. I feel like maybe like you just got a bit stressed, and that's okay. We all get stressed from time to time, and if you can forgive yourself, then it makes it a lot easier for other people to forgive you. And that's how it's going to be. Just be aware of that. A bit of a heads up here to chill out. Otherwise, this Page of Swords might get a little bit out of hand and do or say some things that you might come to regret in the future. There is a really lovely strong energy here though for you with this Nine of Pentacles, because she's the little lady of the manor of abundance and lots of financial wealth here, of wealth. of sunshine. It's a yellow card. It's very sunshiny. Out. It's kind of like, I feel like this is kind of lady of the manor that's just gone out for a little walk in her garden with a little bird. You know, she's very contented and free and has everything that she needs. So just remember that. And I think, you know, when you step into that, then it gets a lot easier for you to surrender. I'm getting that when you surrender to your destiny, actually, this becomes much more apparent to you. Because I do feel that your love interest maybe is kind of a bit stuck or stagnant, or needs to make a decision, but they're kind of not making a decision. And this is why you're having to be very patient and rest. And this is the thing, is like, whilst you're, if you're being forced to lie down and not do anything, you may as well take a rest and have a little nap, rather than lie there being kind of like, oh, I don't want to be here, I want to be doing something. Kind of like a child when you have to try and force them to have a nap when they need a nap and they're tired and they're saying, I'm not tired. And then it's just kind of be appreciative for that space. Take that time to have a nap and recharge. And that's why it's happening. It's everything makes sense. Like I said, this Wheel of Fortune is all about destiny kind of turning and playing out, and chill out and take the opportunity to chill out whilst they are feeling a bit indecisive about things. And I'm getting that that's why it's manifesting that way, because you actually need to chill out. You need the time to chill out and rest too. I nearly burnt myself on the candle then. That wouldn't be very clever. So yeah. That's that message. There is some big stuff kind of going on with them. I'm getting that this is someone from the past. I don't feel like there's any new people here. This is an ongoing thing. If it's not an ongoing thing, there is a possibility that it could be somebody coming back, an ex kind of coming back from the past, or it could just be an energy, residual energy around you and an ex or something. But there's definitely some. It just feels like it's some kind of ongoing thing that's hit a bit of a roadblock at the moment. And so let's just kind of look into why it may have hit a roadblock. And it's because I think it really is this person. They just need to gather their strength, literally, with this strength card. And have a good look at themselves and kind of a little bit tame themselves. I feel like it's a bit mirrored in you, because it's a bit like this strength card is about understanding one's strengths and one's own strength and knowing when to use it and when not to, kind of taming your own lion so that you can be gentle or powerful, be the hunter or be the, just chill out and relax. This is the kind of theme, is all about taking action or not taking action. Being more passive actually is very important for this month, for you to be more passive rather than go, because then you're gonna get into trouble. Oh, it's gone out now, the candle. So yeah, that's the main message, to keep your head, keep a level head, and keep yourself kind of under control, and believe and know that you do have everything you need around you, and your contentment, and that destiny is playing out in your favour, for sure. And let this person go on their own little, they're doing the same thing. They're just learning to tame their wild animal and be more gentle with themselves and with you. But I think that's kind of why they're not, they're kind of a little bit indecisive, because they're just doing some of their own stuff and looking after themselves right now, and they need to and they should, so kind of let them. And because this, in conjunction with the moon card, it's all about the truth coming out and being made aware of things, some psychological things. And I think that they actually might have some things going on from the past. There could be a past relationship even going on with them. This is what I think this is about. They're sorting out their issues and things kind of merging for them in terms of a past relationship. And so, I feel the feeling I'm getting is just to let them go. I think this is freaking you out. This is what you're feeling a bit kind of upset about, that either you're aware of that or you have a fear of that, or they're just crossing their arms over their hearts with this Two of Swords and not making decisions, don't know what to do, can't see anything, can't see the truth. But that's the situation, is that they're not sure of the truth, and you need them to be aware of their own truth and their own strength and what they want to do with that. So, just surrender to it. And don't worry about this person from the past. Everyone has a past, and they do it's best that it gets illuminated. And it's all about us learning about who we are. And that's just what's going on with this person. If you're single, I don't feel as though, it seems that there's not much kind of going on. Like I said, there is an opportunity. There could be somebody coming in from the past here, but it looks as though, because this is quite kind of stagnant, it's not stagnant, but kind of stayed energy, that there's not much movement going on. Just flip over the middle, see what's going on. Okay, King of Swords. My Divine Love card. This is the extra card that comes in this pack. King of Wands and Knight of Wands. Okay, cool. So there's a very strong attraction here. The Knight of Wands, he's the Knight of Passion. He's my Knight of Passion and drive. And in this deck, he's not as orange as he is. The colours are quite muted on this deck. But he is very fiery, very passionate. This is the kind of sexual attraction card for me, very intense. So this is kind of what's at the base for you. And just to let you know that for this person, this is something very real. This is my Divine Love card. This is about transcendent, kind of beautiful, perfect love and union. And this is what they have to offer you. This is what they're bringing to you. And this is what they will come to. This is the decision that they will come to. This is what's becoming available to them. This is what they're going to realise. This is what they're in the state of realising for March. So, this is why you really can afford to chill out and don't say anything or do anything that you might live to regret, whilst they're just maybe a little bit blocking you. I feel like they might just not be very communicative because they're just not sure, and you just have to be patient and wait for them, and chill out and look after yourself. Take the opportunity to do that whilst they make their decision, because the decision they're going to make is that this is something good. And most probably they needed to do all this stuff and look at things from their past and find their own truth and work with themselves and tame themselves in order to become the person that you inspire them to be. So even though I think it might look as though nothing's really going on, it really is. And there's this intense attraction, and you feel this attraction. But I think maybe you're trying to move it because you're looking away with this King of Wands. I mean, you are fire. This is you, the King of Wands. So, and then this Knight down here, but I do feel like this is you, but you're looking away. So don't cut off from this energy when they come to you. Don't look away. Don't play hard to get. I get that. I feel like this is a little bit of you playing hard to get. And cutting, with your back to this. Don't be like, oh, you couldn't make up your mind and now I'm going to go in this other direction and I'm just going to think about my life and I'm fine by myself. Yes, you are fine by yourself. You have everything that you need, but that's not the point. Be careful about what you might say to them, because you don't want to block this. This is beautiful, powerful, beautiful love. This is what you want, and this is very, very available. And this is what they're offering to you, and the only reason they're being cautious is because they want to know and sort out themselves. These two big energies, the Strength and the Moon card. of the truth emerging. But I do get that you feel rejected. That's what that line is about. You're feeling rejected, and don't act upon that rejection and say something and behave in an impetuous, aggressive kind of way towards them because you feel rejected. Don't do that, because what they have to offer you is really something beautiful, and don't ruin that opportunity. Top of you guys, crowning you at the head, is the King of Swords. He's the logic guy. You know, this makes sense. This makes sense. Also, this could be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be an air sign connection. If not, it really is just somebody with those kind of qualities, that kind of logic, kind of quite cutthroat. And this might be what instigates this Page of Swords in you. It's kind of like, you know, don't piss you off because you'll go for them. But just be a bit careful, because the King of Swords kind of knows what he's doing with his sword. He's got a bit of experience of that kind of cutthroat way, and he kind of does know how to use it in a positive way. But the Page of Swords, he's not quite mature enough. So be careful with him, with that energy. You know, the Page comes up against the King. He's not the King yet, so he needs to be tamed. And yes, assert yourself, but be careful. Don't go swinging it around and get yourself into trouble and hurt someone, because you can, you see. And usually hurting yourself. So that's the big message there. You know, be assertive. The King of Swords is assertive. Logical, reasoning. He's able to reason things and put it into order. And that's the kind of crowning energy, and this is what I think, this is kind of how they communicate even. And it may be not your usual way of communicating, and you might get a bit upset because you feel like they're in control and they're maybe rejecting you, but they're not. So don't turn your back on them because you perceive rejection, because that's not what's actually going on. Okay, so I'm going to pull an outcome card. Oh, cool, awesome. The 8 of Wands. So this Cupid's arrow, fast moving. So yes, there's a little bit of, I do feel for quite a lot of the month, because you do have this 9 of Swords as an overarching, oh gosh, these cards are slippy, energy. And this might hang around a bit, this kind of waiting. But when this person goes, when they have, you know, looked at their stuff and, you know, they're just taking their time, when it goes, it goes. It's like Cupid's arrow, shot, landed, done into this. And this person does, you know, bring out your true self, who you really are, the King of Wands. It's good when you are here, you're present. So don't, you know, run away from this. Don't say anything that you're going to regret, because this is a good thing. And it is teaching you to just surrender. And this is destined. It does feel pretty destined. This is kind of these divine kind of love connections. They're very old, deep soul connections that are part of your destiny. And there's a beautiful attraction here. You're very attracted to one another. You're very attracted to them. They're very attracted to you. So don't worry about that. It's a good thing. And yeah, Cupid's arrow. Okay, as a bit of an extra card, slightly different, I want to pull you a card from the Tantric Dakini Oracle by Nick Douglas. Oh, you can't do that very well. Nick Douglas and Penny Slinger. And it's quite a metaphysical kind of spiritually philosophical deck built around the Dakinis, which are a Buddhist. I mean, to be honest, I need to kind of look into it more, because the deck's quite complex. But yes, they're very interesting images, interesting cards, and interesting messages. I have used them once before. So yeah, I'm just going to pull you a card from this deck and see what the guidebook has to say, because it's very interesting, the messages and the way that they talk about it. So for you, Sagittarius, we have number 30, Castles in the Clouds. So let's have a look to see what that has to say. Okay, it says Castles in the Clouds bears the number 30, signifying the higher development of the will. According to the classification by elements, this is an air card, normally related to the suit of swords in the minor arcana of the traditional tarot. High up in the clouds of the mind sky, a turreted fairy tale castle of stone is seen floating. The clouds represent the screen on which the vision of self is projected, the castle itself being the manifestation of the hopes and aspirations of the questioner. It is the home of the skywalkers, those aspects of personality which derive energy from the power of fantasy. This card represents an alternative reality to the mundane world, for the stones of the castle are made out of subtle mind stuff, the material of the imagination. It says, follow your deepest wishes with the power of the will. Do not allow any bodily laziness to prevent inner desires from becoming realities. This card suggests a vivid imagination. It says, meditate on the unity of projection and introjection, the will and the wish. That's a little bit to do with the Wheel of Fortune. It's about aligning your will with divine will, with the Wheel of Fortune, with what's happening anyway. And that always happens when you get in contact with your true desires. It says, recognize the positive power of the imagination, but at the same time realize that without the ability to act decisively, there will be no completion or fulfillment. That's connected to this King of Swords. So it's kind of know your passion. It's like this Knight of Wands is very passionate and knows what he wants to go forward with his passion, but then the King of Swords creates a kind of practical, logical way for that to happen as well. It says, try to put one's direction toward the completion of work already commenced. So I feel like really, keep going. This is what it's saying. Don't turn your back on this with this here. Don't turn your back on this, because it's there happening, and don't get triggered by this indecision here that they may have, because it's just part of the process of them offering you this lovely love. Awesome, so that was very interesting. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel, because then you can get all my readings as they are uploaded. Do share with a friend or anyone that you think that would enjoy these too, because I would like to get these out there to as many people as possible. I feel like these messages are powerful, and people do have some big shifts, especially in my personal readings, which you can book. I will put the link below to my scheduling site. You can just book. They usually take place one-to-one over Skype or something similar, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, it really is just about seeing where you're at, seeing where you want to go, and then giving your guidance. And my cards do, give good guidance. And it's all about stepping into your own personal power and empowerment, and getting in alignment with your destiny. And because once you get in alignment with that, life gets really easy, and it gives you, exactly what you want. So yes, have a wonderful March. Don't freak out. It's all good. This is all there for you. And I will see you again very soon. Lots of love. Take care.